In a world ravaged by drought and despair, where monstrous creatures roam and only one city remains, an old witch named Alice is condemned to death by the church for practicing witchcraft. Though witchcraft is outlawed, people often turn to witches, rather than the church, desperate to fulfill their desires. As Alice is hanged, one soldier accidentally meets her gaze, falls under her spell, and panics, shooting the rope that suspends her. Under the illusion of seeing Alice approaching, he shoots again and kills a fellow soldier. Mary, the church's enforcer, realizing he's now bewitched, slits his throat. Alice escapes, killing Mary's soldiers one by one and eventually hanging Mary herself from the same gallows, leaving her barely alive. Soon, Queen arrives at Alice's palace, seeking to become a shapeshifter. The witch warns her of the consequences, but the Queen insists. Alice promises to fulfill her wish after the next full moon by hiring a hunter to retrieve the powers from a shapeshifter. When the Queen leaves, Captain Jarrus returns to the witch with a counter-wish. He doesn't want the Queen's wish to come true. Alice accepts both wishes. That night, she performs dark magic and has a vision of a werewolf slaughtering people near a river of skulls. Back at the palace, the Queen mocks her dying king, yearning for her lost lover, Boyce. The witch finds Boyce at a tavern. Though hesitant, he agrees to accompany her into the Lost Lands after a fight breaks out with church guards. Boyce's magical weapon, a twin-headed snake, is destroyed by a surviving Mary, but they escape. Mary reports to the church's father, who is furious at her failure and orders the Queen's punishment as well. After torturing an old woman, Mary learns of the Queen's secret visit to the witch and vows vengeance. As the witch sleeps during their journey, Boyce nearly stabs her but kills a poisonous insect instead, proving his loyalty. They later take shelter with Ross and Mara, Boyce's old acquaintances. Boyce and Mara reconnect intimately, but he departs with the witch the next morning, warning her they'll face only danger ahead. The church accuses the Queen of adultery, and Father declares that with the dying king and no heir, change is inevitable. Ross is captured and tortured. Mara breaks and reveals the witch's direction, leading to their home being burned. Boyce and Alice reach Skull River. While resting, they're ambushed by Mary and her forces, now wearing protective glasses to block Alice's gaze. Mary tries to bribe Boyce into betraying the witch. He refuses. As punishment, she executes Mara before him. In a rage, Boyce and the witch fight the soldiers but are overwhelmed. They flee on a rusted bus as monsters pursue them. One monster recognizes Alice and, under her spell, tells the others to stand down. She conjures illusionary fire, killing them. When Boyce asks why she didn't use magic earlier, she reveals each use of her power exacts a heavy toll. She also confesses that a man she once helped in these lands turned into a monster along with his crew due to a deadly gas. She can't refuse anyone, but every wish has a cost. The king dies, and the queen, now pregnant, temporarily takes the throne. Secretly, she orders Jarrus to kill the church's father. He complies, rewarded with intimacy. But she remains distant, thinking about the witch and her wish. As Alice and Boyce near Skull River, they sense danger. A train carrying Mary approaches. She believes the witch is trapped, but Alice escapes by leaping into the arms of Boyce from a crumbling tower. The train derails and crashes, killing Mary and her followers. Back at the palace, the Queen asks Jarrus if he'd do anything for her. He affirms, and she orders him to kill the father. Afterward, though rewarded, he senses she still longs for something else, her wish. Meanwhile, Alice warns Boyce of the danger ahead. When she wears silver rings, Boyce says they won't help. Many tried and failed against the shapeshifter, but she insists she must fulfill her promise even if it kills her. As it begins to rain, the full moon emerges. Suddenly, Boyce transforms. He is the shapeshifter. A brutal battle follows, and when the moon vanishes, he returns to human form. Alice chains him and reveals she had known all along. She had a vision earlier, saw that Boyce was the werewolf, and inserted a silver coin inside him during a staged injury. Fatally weakened, Boyce begs her not to kill him, but to stay by his side. She breaks down but knows it's too late. As the moon reappears, he transforms again, and she stabs him through the heart,